Good evening, Bethel Church of Christ. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm excited that this coming Sunday, May 31st, we're going to be able to hold our first in-service or in-building service in several weeks. We're going to be here at 8:30 and 10:45 on Sunday morning. Just like our normal services, 8:30 will be hymn service and 10:45 will be more contemporary worship. The difference is there will be no children's church, there's no staffed nursery, and we will not have any Sunday school between services. Now, I'll have a video later on in the week giving a little bit of a what to expect for Sunday morning, including having everybody coming in the main entrance underneath the awning, and how we're going to be serving communion. But I just wanted to give you that quick reminder on this Wednesday that I bring an encouragement video to you. My encouragement to you this week is actually kind of a sneak peek, a preview, if you will, of Sunday morning's sermon. We're continuing in 2 Corinthians, and we're almost coming full circle because back when all of this first started, I had a week in between the last sermon in my previous series and Easter and Palm Sunday. And so I actually grabbed a kind of a standalone sermon and I preached from 2 Corinthians chapter 4. And in that sermon I talked about that we are jars of clay, that we are these fragile vessels that are ready to be used or should be ready to be used by God. Now this week we actually almost come full circle. We're back in 2 Corinthians chapter 4. Now obviously I'm not going to preach the same sermon. I'm actually going to go to the beginning of that chapter. And in the beginning of 2 Corinthians chapter 4, Paul was experiencing some frustrations with the church there. There were those that were questioning the sincerity of his faith. Now, maybe you've experienced that. Maybe you've had someone question your sincerity. Can I just encourage you that we have to pay attention as Christians to how we respond to the people around us. We have to be, since people have like sincerity detectors. They can know if we're being sincere or authentic or if we're just a fake. And so I want to encourage you to be sincere, be authentic in the conversations that you're having with the people around you. You know, I've probably said it 100 times in the 3 years that I've been at Bethel, and I'll probably say it 100 more. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. In other words, they're not going to listen to you. They're not going to really care what you have to say about the gospel of Jesus Christ until they know that you care about them as an individual. If they think you're just trying to show care and concern for them so that you can have somebody to preach to, well, they're going to turn you off right away. We have to use caution as Christians in how we respond to the people around us. How are we responding to people who disagree with us about having church services? How are we responding to people who disagree with us about wearing masks or not wearing masks? Or politics. I couldn't even say the word very easily. How are we responding to people who disagree with us politically? You see, we have the greatest message in the world to share, that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of the living God. That far exceeds any message we could ever have politically. That far exceeds any message that we could ever share about how we feel about the virus, where it started, who's going to get infected, who's not getting infected, and whether we should wear masks. You see, too often we ruin our own opportunity to share the gospel because we have opened our mouth about so many things that just don't matter. We've got to be sincere in our faith. Paul had a struggle with the church there at Corinth, questioning his sincerity. But when it came down to it, his actions spoke for themselves. When it came down to it, he was able to show them exactly why he was sincere. Let's make sure that we are practicing sincere and authentic faith, being sincere and authentic with the people around us. Hey, I look forward to the opportunity to see you on Sunday, but we'll do our best to be streaming at least one of the services on Sunday morning on at least one of the platforms, either Facebook or YouTube. we're really trying to make it the best that we can for you. And maybe a few of you even tuned in yesterday and watched Bill and Carrie and I trying to figure some of that out. There was nothing important on that video. We were just trying to figure out what works best for the sound. So you may see a couple more of those pop up. I'll try to either keep those private though, or just delete those right away. But I'm glad we were able to provide a laugh for a few of you. I hope you guys are doing well. Again, I'll be coming to you later this week with some videos about what to expect come Sunday morning at 8:30 and 10:45 in the church building, or you can certainly stream those if you're more comfortable doing that. Hey, hope you have a great week, and we'll talk to you later.